Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. So today we're going to be tackling Chapter 10, The Western Resistance. So this chapter is okay. I actually tend to play the B route, but I figured for my playthrough I might as well do the A route since it's the one I go through the least. So this map is a pretty vertical map. There is of course some things to the side, like there's a village right here, and there is a fort right here, and if you know anything about Fire Emblem, you know that forts tend to mean reinforcements. The boss is a race from Skyrim, the Nord. He's got decent stats. 8 speed is actually pretty low in this point in the game. It actually gets doubled by a few things. Hell, I think Lot might be able to double him. Let's see. The Nosferatu doesn't weigh him down like it probably would in other games. No, never mind. Lot only has 2 more speed than him. So he doesn't get doubled. He would have probably gotten doubled if Nosferatu weighed him down. He's got 13 magic, which is a little bit scary. He hits for 23, and then heals when he does hit. Although the good thing about dark magic is actually, no, it's fairly accurate. I thought dark magic is usually a little more inaccurate. But in this case, 70 hits actually not that bad. He also has pretty decent defense at 8, boosted up +3 with the gate and 20 avoid. So he can be a little hard to hit, and he's actually somewhat tanky, and made even worse by the fact that he heals. He also has 2 other Dark Mages. One of them has a Nosferatu, and the other one has a Flux. So naturally, the one with Nosferatu is going to be the more scary one. In fact, this one actually just has better stats in general, as the only variation is 1 more point of speed, and I believe they're the same level, so yeah. And he's only way down by 1, so their speed is actually neutral right now, or they're on the same level. There's also an enemy Berserker with 9 speed, gets doubled by most characters, I would feel. 15 strength is pretty scary though. He swings a 26 with a 35% chance to crit, 73 hit rate, kind of scary. He also does have a vulnerary. This is where we fight a lot of enemy Myrmidons. Really, we hadn't fought too many of them. We fought some in Chapter 8, and then as reinforcements, and then some in Chapter 8X. But there was only like 3 or 4. And now we were dealing with 4 right here, along with 3 up here. And enemy mercenaries tend to be pretty scary, as they have decent strength, skill, and speed. Hell, I mean, he has 12 speed, 11 speed, 12 speed, 12 speed, and like 10 speed. But this one has a killing edge, and yeah, like, they're pretty scary. Because like, he makes up for his lack of speed by just critting, and that's it. That one actually had a stealable vulnerary. There's also an archer here and a ballista. The ballista tells you how many shots it has and how much avoid it gives. So it's 5 total shots and it gives 5 avoid. Which is also pretty scary. Its range is pretty big, although you can avoid it. It's pretty easy to avoid, actually. There are also some steel axe fighters and hand axes. They aren't usually too scary, but this halberd guy will take you by surprise if you're not prepared for it. More just steel axe and then some hand axe fighters. They're also pretty weak. But yeah, the basic enemies are pretty weak aside from the mercenaries, and then of course the promoted Berserker right here. And then these guys pose a bit of a threat due to just having the lack of resistance that most units have. And there's going to be 2 recruitable characters on this map. So enough talking, let's get this started. So I actually have already done my battle preps. I'm actually bringing, I actually have a unit slot available, but I'm not going to be filling it. And I don't believe we actually see the first recruitable character yet. No, we do not. We see them both actually appear around at the same time. So yeah. So we're actually going to hit this guy with the light brand. I believe that's the one with the hand axe as well. Or at least we can just draw the hand axe fighter to Deke. As you can see, he has 97 hit. He was having like 70s when he was attacking on the water. That's because it gives 10 avoid. And the pirates are just generally faster than fighters, so they're going to have a little bit more avoid. Let's get that support boost going on. I'm going to equip the hand axe because I can. I brought both Sue and I brought Shin. This chapter is going to hopefully be a way to train Shin. He does double the fighters, which is nice. And that's actually a level up for Shin, which is great. Nice. Oh wow, he got resistance. Now I can take on the Dark Mages. He can take on the boss. So something I'm going to be doing a lot in this chapter is using the barrier staff, but not all of it. But I'm going to be using some of it, and that's just because it gives some staff experience. I want to get Saul to B staves. So it boosts resistance +7. So this gives a lot an effective 9 resistance. And I'm going to be using this on the boss, definitely. And we're actually going to be using Suda Rescue. And we're going to use Noah to drop. And we're gonna actually put Sean in the fray. I don't believe there's an archer near, there's an archer right here, but the archer can't actually attack. So we can just equip the iron sword and go. And we're actually gonna move Rutger around here. And Lance will actually follow behind. Actually, Lance is gonna rescue Roy. Oh shiz! I just realized something. I needed that extra unit slot to get a character. Oh, you need to bring Lilina. She recruits some characters. I forgot about that. So let me go get her. That was kind of a fail. But yeah, and so her positioning probably won't be the most optimal, but I mean, it's okay. It could be worse. Okay, so here we go. I forgot that you do need Lilina to recruit one of the characters. Also, I'm actually probably not going to be using either one of them. One of them is often hailed as probably one of the best units in the game. Also, a nice crit shin. And the other one's kind of hailed as like the weaker version. I don't really like either one. Also, slightly different level up. We didn't get that strength. Sad. I don't really like either one too much, but I mean, I guess it's really just up to if you want them or like using them or not. Like I said, I personally won't be using either of them. One of them is recruited with Lilina, the other one is recruited with Roy. So we're just going to be ferrying both of them. So let's actually check the ballista range. Okay, so yeah, we'll be like just out of it, or well, I'm putting a lot in it, but that's just so that way Saul can use Amend and just get more experience. Man, I need to get to a shop. There's gonna be a shop in the next chapter, however. But yeah, all right. So our first enemy phase, we actually made it to it. But yeah, so these Steel Axe fighters have literally no hit on Shauna. You're gonna probably hear me praise Shauna a lot, because I feel she's probably one of the best units in this game. Just like in the entirety of the game. Okay. I mean, we dodged, so it worked out. But that was very, very scary. It's kind of funny, he was just swinging the Steel Axe like, I might hit him. I didn't hit him, but I might have. Also, Rutger being the dodgy boy. So yeah, the combination, I think if the mercenary had doubled, he probably could have, then the lot could have died. Alright, so Shin can actually attack right now. We can deal 10, so if we can just knock down his hit points by 15. Actually, you know what, let's do this, Lightbrand. Using Deke for what he's made for, chip damage. Because then we can use the short bow, which has the best accuracy, and just barely kill him. Bump, 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 womp, womp. Alright, so we do need to kill this archer, which we can't exactly do right now. Can Lance kill this guy? No, he can't. He's not doubling. Alright, so he should hopefully miss hitting Lou. Good, because that's, you know, just about half of his health. We don't want that gone. And this actually Lou's first promoted stage level up. There we go. He's already starting to make up for his kind of screwy magic. But yeah, so the biggest threat to us right now is this archer, but we're going to neutralize that threat right now with a steel blade. Oh! It's okay. Because Shauna doubles, and we're good. I'm actually feeling a lot better compared to yesterday. Figured I'd put that out there. But I'm still not in the best of conditions. Whew. Probably should have put a tome on Lilina. Alright, so, Sue. You can't, double, and you could have crit, but you did not. Is there any other hand axe guys? See, Halberd. Scary. Because that's 30 plus 12 strength. So that's 42 hitting him. 42 minus... I think Noah either just barely gets one shot or he doesn't get one shot. I don't know. Oof. I like how the Killer Axe has the same hit rate as the Iron Axe. Has it always been that way? Oh well, we're gonna put Lot right here. We're not going to attack. Hell no. But we will put Lilina here. Also, this fighter can't move. So he's, actually no, he'll probably attack, Noah. But now this is a safe spot, to heal Shin, I guess. Might as well. I mean, it is just a hit point, but 1 hit point is all that matters. And so his speed is actually getting pretty low. We do double this guy, but nah, we ain't gonna do that. So we're actually just gonna, just come right here. Whew, alright. As expected, he's going to attack, and he does hit. We managed to hit with a 57. That's great. It is actually hilarious. And Noah is safe now. So, I wonder... The fighter will probably attack, yeah, Rutger. Watcha! Watcha! I love the critical animations of the Swordmaster. Just so over the top. So now these guys are moving. So basically, like, just about, like, as you're dealing with these guys, or this first group, the second group will start moving. It's not all of them, however. Which is good. If it was all of them, that would be very scary. So let's use the short bow. I want to try and give another kill to Shin. Alright, so Lot, you just gotta move up. Make room. Nice. And there's another level up. Nice. More hit rate, more damage. Alright, so what do these guys have? Do you use Steel Axe? And what are you? Hand Axe, Iron Axe? Or, okay, here's the Killing Edge guy. I believe Shauna can handle him with the Silver Lance. Yes. Wait. No, this guy. I need to attack this one. Okay, yeah, she totally handles him. And nobody else is actually in range with that, so, yeah. Bam. Because even if she took a crit to the face, that would only be 9 damage. And that's a risk I'm willing to take, because that would have done almost basically nothing to her. In the grand scheme of things. Okay, so we have 3 units that we can use, and we have 3 units to kill. But we can just still block off the hand axe guy. Because all Rutger needs to do is just hit both hits. Doesn't even need a crit to kill. But there we go. Because we can just use Lou to kill the other guy. And Lance will actually have him attack, because he hasn't done much since Chapter 8X in terms of combat. He did like a little bit, but not much. I like Thunder because it has a little bit more crit. It's nothing to rely on, but I mean, it still is nice that it exists. So yeah, we're sadly not doubling, but we can kill him next turn. We don't need to use Lance to kill him. And here's Lance's level up. Oh, come on. Okay, I guess that's a little bit more hit rate. So yeah, we're gonna mend, because, yeah. But I think he should be getting very close to beast stats. Yeah, I think maybe if I mend once or twice more, then he'll be at it. And he chooses to attack Lance. I don't know why, but okay, Lance gets the kill. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Okay, so this Archer and Dark Mage are moving up. Yeah. Ballistas aren't usually scary unless you're a flyer. And so we need to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so this Archer, he can attack... Basically, he can attack Shauna. So we're going to put Deke in the way. Actually, we're going to put Deke right here. And bring down everybody. Ba-dum-bum-bing. I guess we'll just keep using Mend, because that way we can save barrier uses. It's just that I wanted to use it, but weapon level has increased right now, so we're good. I'm taking it a little slow, but that's just because I just don't want to get swamped by the Berserker and then his friends. But yeah, reinforcements are now showing, or reinforcement 1. Singular. 10 damage OP. Alright, here we go. So now we get our first character. This is Geese. He's pretty solid. He comes with a Brave Axe, which is very, very nice. He doesn't get it in the B route. Bartray has the Brave Axe, but in this one he has it. So as you can see, his stats are actually pretty decent for a level 10 pirate. 9 skill, 9 speed, 9 luck. I mean, those are pretty solid stats. 10 strength, 8 defense. His con is a little low at 11, and he has a great affinity in the fire affinity. But his stats are just very middling, and so are his growth rates. He doesn't excel in anything, and he doesn't exactly do very poorly in anything aside from, like, resistance. So it just means that you're just going to have, like, decent stats. He'll be doubling some things, won't be doubling others. He'll have decent hit rates here, not so decent there. He'll deal fairly okay damage, sometimes maybe even more, maybe a little bit less. He can take some hits, but not too many. Magical hits, of course, kill him. He's just sort of a middling character. I would give him a, in this game, 2 stars because he can promote to a Berserker, which gives a 30% crit boost, which means that with the Brave Axe, that's just at base. Let's say I just promoted him right now. He has like 34 crit twice automatically, and if he's doubling, he has 34 crit 4 times. And with the Killer Axe, as we saw with the boss last chapter, it can reach easily into the 60s and higher. I don't know if it's the same for Geese, but I know with the other recruitable character, he becomes a Berserker as well, and he gets a massive +6 to his skill, which is very good. But yeah, so Geese is 2 stars in my opinion, mainly because he just has kind of middling stats. If he had either better bases or better growth rates, then I would probably rate him maybe 3 stars, because the water and mountain utility is nice, but for sakes and purposes, 2 stars. We also have to talk to him with Roy, so we're going to drop Roy right here. I probably should have dropped Roy last turn, but I did not. And we're going to use Noah right here. Actually, probably should have used the longbow. Oh well. So it's almost a level up. Okay, so can you attack? Yeah, you actually can. This is actually very scary, because I don't really have anybody with, like, a lot of luck who can take a hit. Because, like, yeah, I really just don't have that. So I just kind of need to hope and pray. That's not something I like to usually do, but, I mean, that's sort of what it's come down to. Also, Saul can use the physics staff, which is why I wanted to get him B staves. And here's actually a level up for Saul. Just hit points. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit scary. Actually, no, it's not, because the mercenary is going to move first. And we don't double him, obviously. Which gives Noah his level up. He's like level 16 now. Yep. Hey, speed. Good. But now everybody else is going to start moving up. But because we can start player phase attacking them, that's good. I think everybody's going to start moving up. If they don't, that kind of sucks. But yeah, here's why I was saying it's pretty scary. Because like he's dealing almost his base damage to Noah. And that's 15, and that's kind of scary. So yeah, he doesn't recruit himself, unlike Clarion, which is kind of sad. I'm actually not going to recruit him this turn. Because I kind of want to use, let's see, I want a Physic. I want to Physic up Noah. Alright, so who has the most Avoid? 35, 43, 43, 39, 30, 37. I just looked at him. 30, 36, 34. Well, he's actually getting way down, but... yeah, Shauna would still have more. Alright. Yeah, so now we have Geese. And so the Brave Axe is, what is it, a B rank axe? Yeah. He has pretty good weapon rank. I actually didn't mention that. He has a great weapon rank in B rank. Which means, that it won't take long for him to get to A rank. And like I said, his stats are decent, like, compared to Lot. Who's level 16. Geese has definitely better bases. And he's better than Lot. I graded Lot, I think, 2 stars. I don't think they're exactly the same, though. I think Geese is, like, borderline, maybe 3 stars. Especially since he does come with the Brave Axe. He's sort of borderline 3 stars. But it's not definite. Yeah, it's definitely not definite. So we got a crit. That's actually nice. I didn't want to face a counter, but so we didn't have to. And yeah, we need to use the Steel Lance to kill, which is okay because it worked. So, looking at the enemies left, do you have a hand axe? No, you don't, which means we can run in there with Deke and use the steel sword. I'm taking this chapter extremely slowly now that I think about it. So why did I accidentally show you guys that? Yeah, I should be in school. I'm actually still kind of sick, and I've had some stomach issues. And I figured might as well not go to school to try and prevent anything from happening. So yeah. And here we go, we're getting our second recruitable character. So he's going to start moving. Alright. So, 8% hit, yeah, Deke's pretty safe. Him and Shauna actually had the same avoid or something like that. Which is kind of fun to think about. But yeah, Deke's relatively safe. Hey, he just got 2 more avoid. Which is great. They have the same avoid because I believe Lot's support gives Deke more avoid. Which is pretty nice. And here, he's actually dodged every hit, which is very, very good. He has missed a couple, but that's perfectly okay, because we can just take them out later. And I believe that's going to allow us to attack the Berserker safely, because we can player phase him. Which means I think we can outrange him. Also, I actually just remembered I do need to get the village, so we're going to use Geese to get that village. But yeah, so I'm going to be ending the part pretty soon. But yeah, so here's the next recruitable character. You can judge him, I guess, for right now, and I can, of course, explain about him later. But as you can see, he's level 5 with 15 con, and he's wielding a Devil Axe. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next part. Have a great day, guys. Why did I say guys like that?